Welcome to the world of Wunder. Today we are at Hacienda Golf Club and we're talking about the new Callaway CB Wedge. So if you saw the product video, you know that I talked a little bit about wedge forgiveness. It's something that we don't typically talk about, but I like talking about forgiveness across the bag. What we do on tours, we talk about not necessarily just optimal performance, but a lot of it's just forgiveness, getting away with better mishits. So we're gonna get into this wedge. There's some cool features about this thing, and we're gonna go through the wedge combine like we do in all the rest of my wedge videos. It's the world of Wunder. Callaway CB Wedge. Let's dig into it. Okay, so you guys have seen my videos that I did for for full toe and for jaws raw. I do a little wedge combine. The cool thing about number one here at Hacienda is like within 10 to 15 feet, you have like 4 just absolutely crazy different shots. So we have an opportunity to really put this thing through the stretches. So I have a 58-degree Callaway CB Wedge. It's the higher bounce, obviously 12 degrees stated on the club. The other thing to take note of, which I'm going to be testing today, is this kind of back relief area, a little bit of chamfer in the front edge, and just see what it can do. Let's just hit a couple of soft ones and see how it reacts. So that one came off a little fast, like I'm expecting it to be honest. Like this isn't a C grind, or it's not a Z grind where it's really, really easy to slide it under. So in this case, I'm going to try and get my hands a little lower and see if I just can't really slide the club. There it is. Wow, that thing stopped quick. Go in. Okay, let's do one more. So just a quick tip, whenever you're playing with higher bounce wedges, at least this is how I was taught, if you have a lot of bounce and the first one comes off a little hot, it just means you're catching too much of the face up here. You're catching the sweet spot a little bit too much. A good lob shot's kind of with a glancing blow. So what I do is just lower the hands, get my rump down, and just nuke it like that. But we know the shot's there though. So we hit one good one. I like to know that that's there. So let's go on to the next station. So takeaways on the open face shots for me, the versatility is there. Player, you see CB on a wedge like this and you think, okay, higher handicap player, whatever, like, I'm not discounting the fact that something like this could land in my bag. When I grew up, I played a wedge that looked very much like this, a very, very iconic cavity back wedge with the same amount of bounce as this one does. So like this is not out of the conversation for a better player. So this is kind of just a normal pitch, a little bit more square faced, sticky grass. So I'm gonna have to add a little speed to this, hands forward. Okay, like the spin, obviously, go in. Okay, obviously that worked. Let's hit one more. This is fast too. I mean, this is a delicate shot. You guys probably can't see it on camera, but the whole front of the green slopes back. So you kind of have to catch it on the right spot. But these things spin like a, wow. Okay, so square face, obviously it's very forgiving. I caught those both perfectly. So I do kind of want to miss-hit one and see what I get out of a miss-hit. So now we're in the rough. Once again, another tough shot, something I have to hit kind of high and soft. But this is where wedges like this really come in handy, where bounce, forgiveness, a full face of grooves. This is where this technology kind of really helps any player, not just somebody like myself, but even a higher handicapper. Like that was awesome. Wow, that was really good. Okay, let's hit one more. I'm actually gonna try and hit one a little lower. And it's not necessarily to get it close, I just wanna see how much control I have over the golf ball if I hit it. Oh, that's pretty good. Let's hit one more. We'll go full lobber on this one. This could go anywhere, but we're gonna try it. All right, that was fun. Okay, let's move on. So now we're gonna go to the bunker. Any true wedge test that you do, any combine, you gotta get them in the bunker. Now, typically in the past, wedges like this, cavity back wedges, or the quote unquote more forgiving wedges, are always awesome out of the bunker. And any experience I've had with players that try wedges like this, it's the bunker play that kind of gets them into a wedge like this. Now this wedge has a lot more versatility around the greens if we've seen so far, but let's just see what they do out of the bunker. Let's get a nice clean surface here. I didn't really pick the easiest bunker shot ever, but let's see what we got. Open face. Well, that's really good. Come on back. Okay, let's see if we can hit one a little higher and a little softer. This is kind of very tight, compacted sand. with a wedge with a lot of bounce. So once again, I'm expecting it to come off a little hotter, so I just got to make the adjustments, open the face a little bit more, get my hands a little lower. That was good. Okay. But this thing's awesome out of the bunker. We'll go full lobber on this one too. Let me find a really awesome lie though. Okay, there we go. This is just to end the video off with some fun. Very impressed with this wedge. Oh, that was good. I can't see it. I'm assuming it was pretty good. Okay, biggest takeaways here. So, first of all, let's talk about the versatility. You just saw me go across the green. We went to a tight lie, to a conventional shot, out of the rough, out of the bunker. Obviously, it has the chops in the versatility category, so we like that. Spin obviously is there. If you saw some of those even simple shots right in front of the green, the ball's checking up. There's a ton of spin on these things. Obviously, there's a jaws raw groove, so we've always had wedges that spun, so that's not an issue. The question is better players. You see CB on the wedge, you're thinking higher handicapper. I am not anymore. 2-3 years ago, maybe I would have had that thought, but now kind of putting this thing through the stretches, this is not just a forgiving wedge, it's a performance wedge. It's got all the versatility that you want into it. It's not just a one-trick pony like some of these wedges turn out to be, just a forgiving thing to help you get out of trouble. There's a lot to be gained by putting a wedge like this in your bag. So if you have any more questions on Callaway CB or any of our wedges in the line or any Callaway Golf Club, go to CallawayGolf.com, World of Wonder website. Very impressed. Very impressed. Good job. But it's Johnny Wunder from the bunker, #1 Hacienda. We're out of here.